Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the realm of bizarre news. I'm your host, Dr. Franklin Ruehl, and today a very special edition, the amazing world of paranormal phenomena. Yes, I said paranormal phenomena. We start off with a case of noted anomalist from England, Montague Keene, who died at age 78 in 2004. He'd made a sacred pact with his beloved wife, Veronica, that the first to die would try to communicate with the other from beyond the grave, similar to Harry Houdini and his wife. Just 6 days later, at his wake, a medium claimed that he saw the ghost of Monty standing beside a TV smiling, and immediately thereafter, a picture fell from the wall mysteriously. Over the ensuing months, mediums from around the globe began receiving messages from Monty. At first they were a bit garbled, but then they became more clear-cut, as though he was learning to communicate from beyond the grave. In one case, he asked that his cremated ashes be converted into a diamond for his wife. And adding to the coefficient of credibility of this case is Dr. Gary Schwartz, noted paranormal expert from the University of Arizona, who asserts that he believes that Monty indeed is communicating from beyond the grave. Yes. Now it's time for the trivia question of the day. Let me extricate it here from this paper prison. Very simply, what is the term for the fear of Friday? Multiple choice, inverse alphabetical order. Is that taphophobia, skevophobia, homiclophobia, or blenophobia? Now the prize, the only prize for the correct answer, one pat on the back you'll have to administer to yourself. Heck of a lot better than a slap on the belly with a wet chalk. Now speaking of Friday the 13th, there is a new study from the Netherlands that says that Friday the 13th is no more dangerous than any other day of the year. And I should point out that every year has to have at least one Friday the 13th. For example, we had one June 13th. That's the only one for 2008. And there's a man in Cornwall, England, Aidan Edwards, who was born on the Friday the 13th, and he believes it's his lucky day. He was just married on Friday the 13th at 1 p.m., that's 1300 military time, and had readings from the book of Corinthians, chapter 13. However, his bride, to play it safe, put a horseshoe in her garter. Now for that trivia question. What is the fear of Friday? Is that taphophobia, skevophobia, homiclophobia, or blenophobia? You say taphophobia? No, it's skevophobia. And for the record, taphophobia, fear of being buried alive, homiclophobia, fear of the fog, and blenophobia, fear of slime. And here are two other related terms: triskaidekaphobia, fear of the number 13, and paraskevidekaphobia, the fear of Friday the 13th itself. Now it's time to open up the animal file on parapsychology. And we start off with Oscar the cat, who's a resident feline at a Providence, Rhode Island rest home. He's 2 years old, and in 2 years he's correctly predicted the deaths of 25 patients. 2 to 4 hours before they're about to die, he hops on their bed and cuddles up to them to give them solace. He's even been written up in the New England Journal of Medicine. And there's another kitty, Buckwheat, 10 years old, at a rest home in Seattle, who's done likewise. In 3 years, he's correctly predicted 36 deaths of patients. The question: are they sensing some sort of change in body chemistry of the patients, or is this a true paranormal ability? And I'll bet there are other felines around the globe who are doing likewise, predicting deaths. Yes. Now it's time for the Vault of Strange Deaths. Let's see what we have. He needed a wig. This pertains to Aeschylus, the famous Greek dramatist. As a young man, he was told by a seer that he would die by a strike from heaven. So for years, he's looking up at the sky for a lightning bolt or meteorite that might hit him. Nothing happened. Fast forward to 456 BC. He's now bald, age 69, walking in the field meditating. Suddenly an eagle flies overhead with a tortoise in his beak. Mistakes Aeschylus' bald head for a rock, drops the tortoise on his head, cracks open the skull, and kills him. Indeed, he died by a strike from heaven. And that's why we say he needed a wig. Now, until next time, may the power of the cosmos be with you. Yes, yes, yes.